invest. Hey guys, welcome to Investor Yoda. My name is Thomas Reggie Panuran, and my aim is to help you guys attain financial freedom through financial education. Before I start the video, hit the like button and subscribe button if you enjoy my video so that I can bring more of these videos in the future. Alright, so today's topic that I'm going to cover is how to become a millionaire in 5 easy steps. Alright, so let's get right into it. Step 1, budgeting. When I say budgeting, what I mean is you just write down your expense and your income in a piece of paper or a notepad or laptop, wherever you want to write it down, and you see where your expenditure is versus where your income is and what the difference is and how much your net gain is after that. So I would emphasize, make sure you have a budget, which means you have an income and an expenditure column, and you make sure how much of money you're taking home after all of that, right? Once you have sorted this out, you're almost halfway through. So the step 2 after budgeting would be to pay off your debts. Now I know in US, debt is like a big issue. There is like over 1 trillion of credit card debt in US. I think it recently came down to 900 billion or whatever, but still, like, we can all strive to get rid of our credit card debts because that's money. It's like an investment, literally, because for credit card debts, you're paying 15 to 25% every year on credit card debts. Instead of that 15 to 25%, if you pay off your debt, will be your money, right? So it is, as soon as you pay off your debts, you're actually gaining on that 15 to 25%, right? So I would say even before you invest, you clear off your credit card debts, because credit card debts can really slow down your financial growth in your financial journey. So make sure we strive to get that down as soon as possible. So once you have your step 1 budgeting and your step 2, which is financial debt with credit cards sorted out, then we can go to the third step, which is investments, which is the most exciting part of this video, to be frank. This is the whole reason why I created this video, investing. So as Albert Einstein once said, compound interest is like the 8th wonder of the world. So we're going to use that in investing to make you money, right? So here what we talk about is when it comes to investing, I would recommend everybody every month has some kind of recurring deposit going into investments like 401ks or your stocks or any of the other. Now there's the crypto space too. Maybe you can put 1% of your portfolio in crypto. Again, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube, but you should do your due diligence before you invest in anything. But if you look at it, for example, stock market, traditionally you can see that people who invested in index funds have got over the last 100 years about 10% annual returns, average annual returns. So you can say that the safest way, if you want to start investing, for example, in the stock market, you can put in a S&P, SPY or a VOO fund, which is like the S&P 500 top companies that can pay you like an average return of 10% every year or over a period of 10-20 years in the past. So if the cycle continues, it should, I cannot predict the future, but looking at the last 90 years, that's been the trend. I wouldn't recommend people picking individual stocks, but if you're good at it, you should do it. But it's more of a riskier game because any one stock can go up and down any given day, and some of the companies might not be there 10 years down the line, right? So with the S&P 500 or the Vanguard funds, it's basically you're buying into an index fund which already has portions of all these big companies, like if you want to look at Apple or Amazon or the Teslas, they're all, you're buying into all of those portions through an index fund. This way your money is more secure, since if one of these companies were to go bankrupt, they would immediately replace it in the index fund with another company. So you're literally not losing your money. At the same time, you're earning interest on your money, and it starts compounding every year. So what I mean by compounding is that if you look at some of the articles online, you can see that if you spend like $200 to $400 a month over a period of 20 to 30 years with an average return of 8 to 10%. There you go. You already have more than $1 million in your account over that period because of the power of compound interest. Basically means money is working to make you more money even while you sleep. You are not working for money. So that's the goal all of us want to reach, and I would strongly advise you to start investing once you have your debt and budget sorted out. And again, stock market equity investing is just one form of investing. Definitely you would want to have some kind of investment in your 401k if you're working for an employer, or an individual IRA account that can also help with your retirement plan. Definitely you would need some kind of investment in that too. And of course, I'm also a big believer in investing some of your money in insurance. Like nowadays we have the variable index funds, index insurance, where you can partly invest for your health and partly invest for your investments. So you got to make sure you have 3-4 streams of investments minimum. And of course, some people might be interested even in collectibles, right? I've heard about NFL cards trading for Tom Brady rookie card trading for like $1 million, or a Patrick Mahomes rookie card trading for $1 million. So you can have all kinds of investments, like from stock market to 401k to collectibles, but make sure you diversify them and make sure that each of these portfolios don't exceed more than 20% or 10% of your entire investment, right? But I would recommend that every month you have a recurring deposit set up to go buy these index funds and keep investing. That way, the cycle keeps on going, and the more money you invest, the more your money compounds at a higher interest, and it grows faster. So that's the whole point of investing. Now going to step 4, which is savings. I would say savings, we would traditionally, we wouldn't like to have more than 3 to 6 months of savings like in our entire portfolio. The reason why is because of inflation. Because the dollar, as you know, every day more and more dollars is being printed and the dollar is losing value, right? So for example, an ice cream that cost you $1.5 today would cost you $3 in another 2 years or 3 years due to inflation, which grows at 2 to 3%, right? Average. So the point is that you want to have savings, but not more than 3 to 6 months. But I would say at least you should have $2,000 in your savings account as an emergency fund, because we never know. We might run into an accident, or we might get laid off at work, or there might be some other kind of emergency where you might need money at your hands, and you don't want to be taking money out of your investments, which can be used later on for your retirement, right? That would really slow down your financial freedom process. So make sure you have at least an emergency savings account fund of $2,000. If not, please start saving today, because as you know, 78% of US workers today are living paycheck to paycheck, which is very dangerous. So if you have the $2,000 in your savings account, you're already above that 78% of US workers, right? So again, guys, make sure you start saving, but not more than 3 to 6 months of your expenses. What I mean by that is, if your expense is $5,000, you don't save more than 3 months, which is $15,000, or 6 months, which is $30,000, because at the end of the day, inflation is going to eat into that. Okay, I think I've said enough about savings, so I'm just going to go to step 5, which is basically repeating step 1 to step 4, which is budgeting every month. Every month you got to look at your income, expense. Second is making sure you have no credit card debts. And and then third part is, again, investment. As I told you earlier, just keep investing and help your money grow. And once you have this financial system of investing, it's just going to keep on growing. And for more on investments, I'm going to put another video, so stay tuned. I think that's it for this video here. Thank you, guys.